What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new GOAT Victor Wembanyama, and I cannot believe this, guys. Number one, that this card is a thing, but number two, that this guy who pulled this, he doesn't even like gamble. This dude's team is a non-gambling squad. He's not spending money on the game. Everybody on his team is unsellable, basically, pretty much. Like, this dude legitimately pulled Victor Wembanyama with MT. That's insane. What type of luck does this guy have? A non-gambling squad, and he pulled Victor Wembanyama. That is unbelievable luck. Very excited to do gameplay with this card, though. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. This is the best and most overpowered card in the game. Full stop. That is all I have to say. That is all I need. That is all I should have to say. Card is going to be absolutely unbelievable across the board. I am very excited to try him out and see how good he can be. And I think he's going to be a little bit overpowered and a little bit unfair. Actually, a lot of bit overpowered, a lot of bit unfair. Probably one of the best cards in the history of MyTEAM. And yeah, really appreciate my guy Gary for letting me use his account to record this gameplay. Wembanyama, 7'4", power forward and center. Glad he's not small forward, power forward like his Invincible was last year. But still, this card is going to be legitimately one of the better cards in MyTEAM history. He is a GOAT card with perfect stats, perfect badges, and not only that, but improved glitched SIGs, which is something that a guy like, for example, 100 overall Yao Ming, who might be your realistic best bet to counter somebody like this, doesn't have. Which, by the way, Yao Ming also a gambling card. Remember that. There is no non-gambling solution to a guy like Wembanyama. I mean, your best option for non-gambling is Dikembe Mutombo, and like Dikembe Mutombo is a great 7'2" big who's got elite level defense. But this card is a different animal, man. He's got Dyson Daniels base with his own upper. That Dyson Daniels base, by the way, is so cash. It is such a smooth, quick release. Once you get it down, you should pretty much never miss. This card's the most overpowered card in the game, man. He's 7'4" with the Jamal Murray behind the back. And he's light enough that he can actually trigger the Jamal Murray behind the back. You know what's right crazy? Victor Wembanyama is going to be the best card in the game at the end of MyTEAM pretty much every single year until the end of time. Is basically what it looks like is going to be the case for the rest of ever. He is always going to be one of the greatest 2K legends, most overpowered cards in all of the game forever and ever. Like this card is not balanced, this card is not fair, and he certainly is not going to be easy to play against at all. I do not pity my opponents, let's just put it that way. And if I play well at all, I should decimate every single person I play with this card. This is one of the most overpowered cards in the history of MyTEAM, period, especially with how few cards there are that are able to counter what he can do. So let's hop into a game, see what Wemby can do. This card is legitimately going to be unfair. You know what's funny is we did actually match up against probably the card that could come closest to guarding him, or one of them for sure, which is his own Dark Matter. So that's a good thing. But still, his own Dark Matter is not on the level of his 100 overall. Trey Escape, that release, and Jamal Murray behind the back at 7'4". Good lord, not to mention 99 stats across the board. It is completely unbalanced. I mean, yes, Dark Matter Wemby is great. Yes, even Dark Matter Dikembe is still a great center, but there's just no counter for a card like this Wembanyama card. I gotta say, my boy Gary just got insanely lucky. Like, congratulations to him, man. This is about the luckiest a non-gambling player could pretty much get, I think, realistically, because this is, I mean, this man's luck is insane. You can't guard him by that, by the way. Wemby's gonna be, he's as good a popper as anybody in my team. Like, this release is basically, you know what it feels like is Dikembe's release, in all honesty. That's really what it feels like. So you're matched up with a card here who's literally 7'4" with literally perfect SIGs and one of the best releases in the game, probably the best big man. What do you do? Like, what are you supposed to do against that, bro? Like, oh my gosh, why is this card a thing? And now he's rattled, and now the game's just over. Like, this dude's team is good, too. That's the funny part. He's got Dark Matter Wemby, Dark Matter Kareem, Dark Matter Tim Thomas, Dark Matter SGA, and Dark Matter Glenn Rice. Like, this dude's team is really, really good. This is not one of those teams where we just have a hugely, hugely better squad as a whole and just flood him because our team's way better. Like, this is just Wemby being a significantly better card than his whole team, pretty much, is basically what we're looking at here. Terrible shot selection. What are you thinking? He's definitely flustered, though, I will say that. That was a bad shot that I shot with Wemby, to be fair, but you know what? Too much space. No, it's not. I lied. I shouldn't have shot that. But I'm shooting another one if I can. I'm shooting every shot with him. I don't care. Drag back, burst here, because why not? They didn't give him Kyrie dribble style, I guess, which is kind of a good thing, because he doesn't need Kyrie dribble style. He's got MJ, which is more than enough. Play the corner here. Step up. I mean, that was bad. That was a bad miss by me, but that's okay. I really could care less, even though I missed a shot. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I just at a point with this card. I don't care. I don't care if I don't score another point within this whole game. That doesn't change the fact that he's the most overpowered card in the game by a mile. I think this card rivals his own Invincible card as maybe the best from last year. His own Invincible card from last year is maybe the best card ever in terms of how good he is compared to everybody else in the game. I don't know if he's the best card that's ever been dropped in my team, but he's not very far off. You know what I mean? In terms of having just being significantly better than the other cards around him. But I don't know. After a very, very hot start to this game, I should say, we've cooled off a little bit. So hopefully we can get it going a little bit more. But I got to say, like, how do you counter Jamal Murray behind the back at 7-4 on a consistent level? And again, he's like, let's not forget, he's legitimately one of the best dunkers you could possibly have as well. And he's got the Pro 2 fade. I am tired right now. I'm not playing well this possession, but it's going to be an N1 anyway. Doesn't matter. He's tired. I haven't been dribbling well the last couple possessions. Haven't been smart, and it does not matter. Wemby just does it. He's just automatic in every way. I don't know. This card did not need to exist. Let's just put it that way. I'm glad that he's going to be exceedingly rare. I don't love that today's drop is definitely going to make 2K the most money they've made in a while, and that a lot of people are going to have Wembanyama online because a lot of people are going to spend 100, 200, 300 bucks until they get some sort of good Wemby. Which sucks, you know what I mean? Like, that's obviously not something that I support, and me personally, I would obviously recommend y'all not do that. But that doesn't change the fact that this is one of the most overpowered cards in the history of the game, period. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that is something that can really be argued at all. He's not even really guarding anybody else here. But push pop to the 3-point line, and we green again, because even his push pops are better than other bigs because he's longer and bigger than other bigs. So he moves further with each step and creates more space and is able to push further backwards there. And he gets to the 3-point line for a 3-ball. Like, it's just honestly kind of unfair. It's a bit unbalanced. It's not kind of unfair. It's very unfair. Like, even the other Dark Matter Wembies just don't have this level, close to this level of movement. You know what I mean? With this level of escape and this level of behind the back and all that type of stuff, it's like, that's bad offense right there. I just pushed cross right into his chest. That was a poor decision there. But that's one of the first poor decisions we've seen. And there you go. Other Wembies also have that release, which, while not awful, is certainly not the release that this 7'4" demon has. Like, the most unbalanced card in the game, 100%. Definitely the best card in the game, 100%. And very much arguably the best card in my team history. That is all I have to say about Victor Wembanyama. And, I mean, say what you will, I'm not wrong. Like, this isn't fair. That is all I have to say. This is not fair. And I think this might be the best card that's ever dropped. Or at least right at the very top of the list. You know what I mean? Like, he's just insane, and it's wild because none of his other cards are anything close to this. Like, really, there's not another card in the game with this close to this level of size, shot creation, and animations. Dikembe Mutombo is your closest option, and he is not close to this Wembanyama card when it comes to a big. I don't know how you even, like, counter this card. Like, I think you're almost hopeless if you go up against somebody who is a good, skilled player with this card. Like, I think you just lose. And it's like, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I think you just lose. This is one of the most overpowered things I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to hit the screen here. I'm going to Jamal Murray behind the back away. He's 7'4". This is not fair. Good Lord. Oh, my Lord. So, yeah, best card in the game. Easily. One of the best cards in my team history. Easily. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this gameplay. I will probably never use this card again, but I shout out, congratulations to this dude, Gary, man, because you are about the luckiest person who's ever played my team. Because now you have GOAT Wemby for the rest of the year, which means you just get to have more fun than everybody else for the rest of the year on this game. As much as that sounds bad to say, it's really kind of true. I mean, he legitimately just gets to have more fun than everybody else. Look at this card. I just missed finally, but who cares that I just missed finally? I've barely missed this game, and he's done ridiculous, stupid things this whole time. I have rarely seen a card this unbalanced in the history of my team. There are very few examples of a card like this, and yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's not going to exist. It's the honest truth. I'm glad he's almost non-existent. 27 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 9 of 13, 7 of 11 from 3. This card is not fair at all. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace!